All right, what's up, players? Scrying and I back again. This time, we're not doing any type of hacking videos or anything. We're doing my other common pastime, which is some ESO, Elder Scrolls Online. In my opinion, the best game ever. I love it. And today, we're going to teach scrying and the excavation stuff because the videos I found online sucked. Well, let me rephrase that. That's not being very nice. They're done in a way that they just kind of expect you to already know some things. So I'm going to kind of really do a little bit more play-by-play, take my time with it, and not get overly quick about it because that's what I've seen on a lot of them. So I've kind of had to learn trial and error. First thing off, in this is from the Greymoor expansion, I believe, is where it came out. And it's kind of like treasure hunting, I guess you could say. And they have these things they call antiquities. And antiquities are stuff that you would have to go find and dig up to be able to go ahead and get some treasures and some unique motifs and money and all kinds of cool stuff. So it's really cool. It's like treasure hunting. And you get two new skills for it, excavation and scrying. Now, the key thing to bring up in your scrying is this ability right here. Antiquian Insight 3 is what I'm at. You'll start off obviously with 1, but to be able to scry antiquities that are blue level or intermediate, I believe you'll have to get level 2, and then, if I'm not mistaken, either 2 or 3. And then when you get to the next level, which for me I guess would be the 4th, I should be able to scry what they call master difficulty ones, which obviously bring more goodness therein. And these particular skills that you can get here are extremely helpful during things like the scrying, especially this one. This one here I use the most, called Coalescence, and you'll see why in just a moment. Some of these other ones here will give you additional magicka charges for used in scrying and some other different cool things. But one of the things that I would like to get to is this one here, Keen Eye Treasure Chest. It's pretty awesome. But yeah, you'll definitely need these particular things. Now, you start off with a hand brush and an auger, and then from there, next one you would unlock probably would be the trowel, and then after that, you would get the heavy shovel, and you'll see why in just a moment. So first off, I'm using the PC, but I'm using the controller mode because I can't really see how anybody can actually use the keyboard and mouse for this game. It's extremely difficult for me, at least. Trying to hit the 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, for the skills at the same time as the WASD. It's a little bit more difficult for me, but some people may dig it. I don't find it very intuitive. So I always use a controller for this. And so my menu will look a little bit different than yours, but it's in around the same area. So if you go down to Activity Finder, which in yours, for the PC with keyboard and mouse, I don't exactly know where it's at, but under Activity Finder, wherever you're going to find things like the Dungeon Finder and such, this is where you'll find, oh, I'm sorry, wrong one, under Journal, my fault. By the way, let me go back here real quick while I was there. These are also introduced. This is something new here. It's called Endeavors, and you can complete daily and weekly endeavors. So it's kind of like an achievement thing, if you will. And I just found out today, apparently you can only do 3 of these daily. I don't know why that is, but that's the case. So once I do 3, I can't do any more for the day. But there are some ones here weekly as well. And they give you money. It's called, well, it's not money. It's called, shoot, what do they call it? Seals of Endeavor. And with the Seals of Endeavor, you can use those in the Crown Store. So if you go here and you go to Seals of Endeavor, there'll be different things that you can buy in the crown crates with your Seals of Endeavor. So like, you know, these cool little Bloodroot Spriggans and some Apex Awards and some mounts and sweet rolls and all kinds of different cool things as you go down through. There's a lot of different things. And you'll notice there the currency on the bottom left of it is the actual Seals of Endeavor. So pretty cool stuff. And what I was doing today, which kind of prompted me to make this video, is I'm trying to accomplish the weekly of excavating 25 antiquities. So that's what we'll be doing here today. All right, let's talk about antiquities. So under your journal, you're going to find wherever your quest is at, I believe, in the PC menu, you'll see something called Antiquities. And then when you click on it, it'll say SCRYABLE and you can only scry the antiquities or the maps or the leads that you have, that the zone that you're actually in. In this case, I found the easiest way to level up, or the quickest way to level up this stuff, is using Artaeum, because there's no enemies and it's fairly small area, so you can move from one location to the other without having to go across multiple parts of the map. So I find this is a good one to actually level up and to teach this particular thing. So you'll notice here under current zone, I have only one that's available, but if I go to all active leads, you'll notice that on this down here, you can see the different zones where I have leads that I can actually start tapping into. Now you'll notice this one shows up as red because I'm not able to do it yet until I get to level 7 of Antiquities, Scrying. But I am able to do the blue ones, which are right somewhere probably down here. I think I have one right there. So I am able to do the intermediate. So I haven't got to this level yet, but I'll show you that I can actually get to the purple level as well, which I have these as well, which is called advanced. These ones get a little bit more difficult, but I'm just going to deal mainly with the blue and the green for right now, and then maybe I'll dip into one of the purples. Okay. All right, so let's go back to our current zone, and you'll see I have one available, and then I have one that requires a lead. And now you'll notice here that every time you do this, you can actually keep redoing these over and over. And I was confused because it wasn't mentioned in the videos that I saw for this, and I was really confused. But once you pick one and you do it successfully and you get bonus treasures, it appears that that's what gives you a blue lead in the area. Now notice on the right-hand side, the gift in this one, or reward, is called a treasure. And this will be something you can sell to the merchant for 1,000 gold. I have the purple ones that I've done, and I can sell things that are 5,000 gold each, which are pretty cool. And then this one's 250 gold each. But y'all notice under all active leads, you see how all these say treasure? When you get down to these, now you see furnishings. So these would be furnishings. And same with some of the purple. I believe some of the purple that you'll find here are going to also be furnishings. Okay, so this one's a major adornment. This one is a treasure, and this one's a furnishing. So they're all over the place with these purple ones, but it seems like the blue and the green apparently are all treasure. And the most you can get is the 1,000 for the blue, but then when you get to purple level, you can start selling things for 5,000. I don't know what they are for the gold level, but I assume it's more. So let's go ahead and start off by this thing called Scrying. So what you'll do is you'll select the green one that's available, hit enter, and you'll get this little menu here. Now, at the very top where it says LB, Y, and RB, you probably won't see those immediately when you start because you have to level up your skill line to get those. For instance, the left button one up top is my, what do you call it, coalescence. And I use that quite a bit. And you'll notice there's little blue gems above it. Those are your magicka usage or charge for those. So you'll see what I'm trying to do here. Now, at the very bottom, you'll see where I'm moving my little octagon there. You have to start from this location right there. You have to start from the bottom, and your goal is to somehow, with all these patterns, be able to connect to these right here, all 6 of them if you can. Now, if you can't, what it's doing is it's every time you connect to one, it's removing a possible location for the treasure. So let's say you had a certain amount of turns, which you do, and after your amount of turns, you were only able to connect 3 of these glowy circle things. That means that it will take away 3 possible locations on the map that the treasure is located at. The other 3 are there's gonna be 2 of them that are just gonna be a simple treasure, and then 1 will actually be the antiquity that you would dig up and do an excavate. So you'll know when you see a different menu, and I'll talk about that. So our goal, again, is in a certain amount of turns, be able to get to all of these and connect all of them. So you have to look at the patterns of them. So for example, if I select the first one here, like that. Now when I move my mouse over here, you see the pattern of all those little ninja star looking things. I can choose to go that route, which will connect that one. And then thinking a couple moves ahead, I can probably blast, these and then this one to connect that one. So what I'll do is I'll just come here because they always have to connect off the last one you just did. So I'm going to click this, and that will connect that one. Now, if I go up here and connect these, you'll see it will take me a couple turns to do it, and you'll notice the blue flashy thing on the very bottom. That's their number of turns that you have. Every time you click, it consumes a turn. And this is where those cool things up at the very top come into play, like coalescence. When I hit coalescence, it'll make this massive space, and when I click it, it will turn all of these things into the exact same pattern. And look at that. Now I'm connecting 2 and getting closer to the ones on the left. When I click that, bing, and you'll notice my little blue bar on the very bottom where it says X has moved up, meaning I used the turn. Now if I come over here, I can see there I can connect that one. Let's do that. And then here I can connect that one. Let's do that. And you can see I still have a few more turns on the bottom, but it'll be pretty easy to connect all of these with this one. So I'll connect that. That means I've connected all of the orbs, and that means that the location they're going to show on the map here in a second is the actual antiquity location. If I didn't connect all those dots, then it would show, let's say, 3 possible locations on the map for where the treasure could be, which means you have to run all over the map and hopefully come across the right one. So I'm currently here. Like I said, I'm using Artaeum because everything's really locked in close and there's no enemies to worry about, and you can just blast through pretty quick. So I'm going to go ahead and set a little marker over there to point to it. The next thing you'll need, oh, I forgot. I should actually have started with all of this to begin with. To actually start doing antiquities, you have to go to Western Skyrim, which is right here. And you're going to have to come to Solitude right here. Now, once you're in Solitude, there is a map location called Antiquian Circle. You'll have to do this quest. It's very short. It's two ladies you have to talk to, and they will give you something called the Antiquian I. I think I'm saying that correct. And they'll have you like do a dig like right here as part of the quest. And once you've done that, it'll give you the ability to use the Antiquian I to actually find these dig sites that you would use to then excavate the antiquity. Okay, so I forgot. I probably should have started with that. You have to do this in order to get the Antiquian Eye. Then once you have the eye, the best possible thing to do with it is to actually put it in a hot slot that you have. So if you go to your collections and you go to tools, you'll see there's the Antiquian Eye. I would assign this to one of your hot slots there, the hot bar, so that you can use it in the manner that I'm going to show you here in a moment. So on the very bottom, you can see I have the Antiquian Eye set, ready to go. What I need to do is I need to go to the location, and once I'm inside of this blue circled area, I can use the Antiquian Eye to point to where the actual dig site is. All right, so let's get rocking and rolling down here. And usually I'm a big on collecting things as I go through and stopping and getting butterflies and stone and all kinds of different ingredients and stuff. But I'm going to bypass that for today. All right, a little bit choppy there, seems. All right, so now I'm in the actual dig area right here. So now I can use my eye. So I'm going to hit my up arrow, and you'll notice there's a tail right there. And that is pointing in the direction that the actual antiquity dig site can be found. So I'm going to go in this direction, and I'll show you what the dig site will look like. And it has a timer on it, so when the Antiquian Eye cooldown period's over, you can hit it again in case you can't find where the dig site is. So like right here, I'm not really sure where it's at, so I'm going to hit it again after it allows me. Oops, I'm actually outside of the area. There we go. I'm going to hit the eyeball again. All right, so it's right there. I ran right by it. So this is what it looks like. It looks like a big pile heap of flies and whatever have you listed on it. Now, if this was one of the 3 or 4 locations on your map that it was in, if it wasn't the dig site, when you click A or whatever you're clicking for it, it'll just be a treasure and then you move on. But I click here and it brings me into something called the Excavate menu. Now for you, at very beginning of it, you'll only have the 2 items on the left. And I'm not sure how many turns you get off the bat. I know I'm up to 9. I don't know if you get more than 9 right off the bat, or I'm sorry, if you get up to 9. But you have 9 turns to try to find the location of where this antiquity is in this spot. Once you find it, then you start brushing it off with the left trigger thing up on the very top left. Then as your skills improve, you can start getting the trowel on the right, top right, and the shovel on the bottom right, and I'll show you why shortly. So first I'm going to click just in the middle, just randomly, and I see an orange. So that tells me it's not near this. They're playing hot, cold potato type of deal. So I'm going to move this over here somewhere and click again. Red means it's definitely not anywhere near there. So I'll click here, and again, red. So I'm going to click over here. And you can see my turns are going down, so I need to find this thing. Boom, look at that, right on the money. So you'll find yellow and you'll find green. If you find yellow, that means you're getting closer. If you see orange, you're 1 step away from yellow. If you find red, it's nowhere near that location. You want to find the greens, and then you want to kind of try to see, okay, there's a yellow, so it's not over there. You want to kind of see the size of it. Okay, so I used up all my turns. So it may be more than 4 squares. It may actually be 6 squares, but we'll see. So I'm going to start using my brush, and let me switch over to that. And I'll move away 1 pile of dirt, another layer, boom. Okay, I can see part of it there, and I can see that's the top of it. So it's highly likely it's 6 squares, and these 2 on the bottom are the rest of it. So I'm going to come up here and get away the dirt from that. Get away the dirt from that. Now, up on the very top, it says 1, or I can't even read what it says, 1H42M, something like that. That is, every time you click using your duster or using your trowel or shovel, that'll continually keep going down. When you run out, it's over. The dig is over, whether you have the treasure uncovered or not. So it's wise to not have to use as many of these left trigger brush things as possible, which is why the trowel and the shovel are good, because the trowel will go like 2 or 3 layers deep. And if you think that the treasure, once you start getting into the purple ones and the higher level ones, you'll find the treasure is actually deeper than the first 2 layers like you see here. In that particular case, that means I would actually want to use the trowel so I can use less turns to try to find bonus treasures. Because once you uncover it, you'll see that I do get the treasure, but then it says you can try for some additional bonus items. Now, when you first start out and you don't have the shovel and trowel, you're just essentially dusting away random pieces, and you're trying to go down layer to layer to layer, because it's going to be on the bottom layer. So you would have to click probably twice more here to try to see where that actual thing is. So I'll show you up here. Click, click, click. Okay, so two clicks gets me down to the very bottom, but if I had started from this rock looking thing, I would have had to click 3 times. Now on the far right, you'll see a blue bar that's 2 blue bars that are filling up. Every time I click with my brush, which is on the top left, it'll fill up 1 section of that blue bar. Once it's full, I can use the trowel or the shovel. So in this case, what I'm trying to find is a bonus treasure, and I have to go 2 layers down. So this is great to use a shovel for, because it will actually go ahead and do a larger block like that. Okay, so I know there's no hidden treasure here because I'm already down to the very low level. So I'm going to come up here, click away that one. Notice how on the far right, the blue bar goes up 1 tick, and then I click again, and now it's full enough for me to use it. The second one was something that was added from another skill that I added into there, but I'm not sure entirely what it's for, but it's something to do with the trowel. So I'm going to go ahead and get my shovel again. Okay, so I didn't go all the way down to the bottom level, so I'll go ahead and click away. And look at the very top. You'll notice my turns are going down considerably. So I need to find a second treasure pretty quickly. Okay, nothing there. So I'll just come down, and my goal is when I click to fill up the blue bar, I'm trying to uncover a spot big enough for my shovel. So in this case here, this 1, 2, 3, this area here would be good. So let me uncover that, and then from here I can do it again. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to uncover these last two, and then I'm going to try it here. Boom, there it is. So I found the bonus treasure. Now on the green one, there's only usually one bonus treasure. With the blue and the purple, I think there's a lot more that you get, like a couple and then 3 for the purple, I think. So in this case, we get some gold, and we also get this faded Sigic folio, which is worth 250 gold, and we get a new lead. Now, as you play the game and you pick up different things like loot some chests, loot people's, houses, what have you, you'll come across a bunch of leads. So you wouldn't have to do the green ones in each zone to get the leads then, because you already found them through just doing random, stuff like killing bosses that may drop leads. So you'll find that as you just adventure throughout the world, you'll pick up a bunch of different leads. Okay, so we have now a blue one that we can actually use. Oops, let me go ahead and not do the dungeon. I'll decline. I forgot about that. I had queued up for a dungeon accidentally. So I'm going to come down now to my journal, and we'll go down to Antiquities again and Scryable, and you'll notice under Available I now have a blue one. Okay, so this is my intermediate one, and it's going to be something worth $1,000. So I'll click on that, but you'll also notice I can do the green again as well. All right, so now they're going to be a little further apart, and there's going to be a lot less patterns in a row when you start doing the intermediates. And when you get to the purple, it's even more spread out and even less patterns that are in there. So you're going to rely on your cool little tools on the top to be successful here. So I'm going to use my sweet little tools and get the maximum that I can possibly get. Now, the reason why it expanded even more is because the pattern they chose is actually those patterns that are over there on the left as well. So it picked those up as well. So I'm going to click again. There we go. So in one fell swoop, I got 2 connections, which are pretty awesome. Then I'm going to come up here and just go ahead and grab this one pretty quick. All right. I'm doing pretty good. I got a lot of turns left. So we're going to come down here and let's grab this one. And I'll grab this one. And I'll grab that one. So I had plenty of turns left. I was able to get all of them. Now it will show me some other cool things. It will show me the actual only location. All right, so these are all fairly close to me. This is why I pick Artaeum to do this leveling up and endeavors thing. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and fly on over there. And I found that as I was doing a bunch of thieving, because I'm also a thief assassin type of build, using my sweet Nightblade. And I always pick these up along the way, but I'm not going to just for sake of time. So it's obviously up there, so I'm going to have to go around. And this can be an issue if you're in like Alkir Desert or something where you're trying to figure a way to get up to locations. Sometimes you'll have to go through some really nasty areas. But I've never found it, and it could be wrong when you get to gold, but I've never found it, the dig site, inside of a delve or a public dungeon. I've seen it close to that, and I've seen it close to a lot of bad guys, but I've never seen it in a delve or a dungeon. All right, so we're in the area, just to verify, right there. Now, once we're in the area, we can use our eyeball, and you can't use it outside of that. Okay, looks like the tail is going this direction. So we'll go over here. Oh, there it is. And you can do it, like I said, as many times as you want. You just have to give it the cooldown period. All right, you're going to notice this one looks a little bit different than the first one because they start adding in extra layers. And this one here will start adding more layers to make you use more turns. And the yellow that you'll find is a lot more spread out. So in other words, you can't really zoom in on the green all the time. Like I've come across times, see how it's a yellow here? You would think the green is somewhere close by after it, but in most cases, it's not. And you could use up all of your turns, and then from there, you just have to really, oh, there it is. You just have to kind of guess where it's at. And you can see on the bottom left, I only have 2 more turns left, so I want to see, okay, it doesn't go that direction. It does go that direction. Now this antiquity will look a little bit different likely, so let's go ahead and start brushing away. So now I use one brush, use another, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4. So I don't know that that's the case. So I could have used my trowel in that particular instance to get like 2 layers down with 1 click. The problem is if it's not actually 4 levels down and it's 2, I could hit it with my trowel and it will damage the antiquity. And if you damage it too much, you'll lose the antiquity and it's over. So in this case here, let's go back and dig some more. I'm already at the bottom of the pit. What? Where am I at? Oh, there we go. Okay, see how that was only 3? The other one was 4. Now, by looking at this, I know it's likely here, and it's probably right here. So I'm going to go ahead and dig away at that. Okay, that was 4. I could have used my trowel. 1, 2, 3. That was 3. I would have hit it, and it would probably have damaged it. There we go. So we found it. Awesome sauce. All right, let's go ahead and knock this one away and try to find some bonus treasure here. Okay, so that only did 2 layers, which means I have to do another hit. And you always have to do 2 brushes to fill up at least 1 block. Boom, there it is. I think this one has 2 treasures. So let's do this. And I try to get the whole entire area that I can possible. Okay, let's try again. I gotta go another layer. Interesting. Nothing. So let's try this one. Nothing. And I always try to set it up so that the next area that I want to hit with my shovel is close by, but I'm not gonna have enough turns. Nope. Yep. So I didn't get any bonus thing because I couldn't find well, I did get 1 bonus, but I didn't get the whole thing. But I ran out of turns essentially. So, but you'll now notice under your inventory that we now have a treasure that is worth 1,000 gold. Pretty sweet. Now we didn't get a lead from that, so when you go back to your journal, you would have to do this green one again perfectly, from my understanding. I don't know if that's true or not, but this is what I would have to do to get another lead. Or I can just go and find another one. So I'm going to show you one of the purple ones to show you it's a little bit more difficult. It's more difficult definitely to scry. So let me show you what that looks like. All right, this one here is in Western Skyrim. I'm trying to think. I don't have very many, what do you call them? Way shrines. Let's find one that we do have way shrines for. How about this one here? Rothgar. Yep, sounds good. So you notice when I clicked on it, it says you're not in the correct zone to scry. So basically, I just need to go to Rothgar. Now, I'll just go ahead and go directly there and not go back to the way shrine. So we'll go over to Rothgar, and I'm just going to pick a place. Let's just pick in the middle. And then once we're there, we'll scry the purple one. And it may be possible that I don't actually get all of the leads. I'm sorry, all of the locations. So I would have to travel to a couple different ones to find out what's up. I'm going to do another video too about my character and what I use for it. It's a thief assassin type of build, Nightblade, Standblade. And it relies a lot on cloaking and smashing from behind because a lot of benefits of my skills are from hitting somebody from the flank. So you'll see me, if I do fight anybody on the way here, you'll see me crouched, and I have no speed penalty because I put my champion points into that so that there's no speed penalty. And I'll use my cloak a lot. and I'll cloak and I'll run behind the person and smash them. So if you see me battle, that's kind of my philosophy. But I'll do another video on that about my character. All right, let's go here and go take a look at our antiquities. And this one, like I said, this one I had found in like either killing a boss or I found it by stealing something. So pretty cool stuff. So let's go ahead and click on that. Ooh, lordy, look at that. That's a lot bigger area. So this definitely you want to use your top tools there. Let's see here. I want to try to get as much bang for the buck here. Whew. Oh, man. That didn't do very well there. Now, let me show you another one here. So like this one right here, if I come here, Y will show you, or it will allow you to select any within the area that are the same pattern. But then the right mouse button will let you go ahead and left click and drag up into a straight line, no matter what patterns are there. So I use that one sometimes. Oh man, let's see. Let's go ahead and use my coalescence again. Let's see. Yeah, because I want to try to get this spot here. There we go. And you'll notice everything's grayed out at the top because I'm out of magicka, so which means I need to build up some by doing a few of these. And you can see my turns are really decreasing here. All right, cool. I got my coalescence for the last few rounds. Oh yeah, I'll be able to get it now. Booyah! There we go. Got all of them. It's not often that happens for me, so pretty cool stuff. All right, and the location is all the way down by that way shrine down there. So let's go ahead and jump into that way shrine. And hey, it looks like we have a thing that we can actually get there with the eyeball, telling us where there's something there we haven't visited yet. So let's pop on down that area and see what's up there. And if there's any bad guys around, we will smash them. I'm going to use my schnickety schnicks, which are a cool little piece of my dual blade, my dual wield. So I am a dual wield dagger stand blade. And again, I'll do another video on how I do all that. All right, so we need to go this direction. You'll notice that I always crouch, and that's so I can see if anybody detects me. See how it says hidden? As soon as I see detect, that means I passed somebody that saw me and I didn't realize it. So here's an example of how I would kill. So I see two of these cats right here. To give me some speed and a little bump in the way that I smash them, I'm going to go ahead and use channeled acceleration from the Sigic order. I'm going to cloak, I'm going to run up, and I'm going to smash from behind, boom, which will actually more than likely kill in one hit. And that's basically how I destroy everything in this in ESO, is I do a lot of flank damage because the armor and the skills that I'm using are good for that sort of thing. Okay, I think I'm in the area. No, I'm not in the area, okay? So let's go ahead some more. Okay, now I'm in the area. Again, cloak, run behind. Bang! Look at that, baby. Loving it. And you can, and I've got my combat text on, so you can see the damage I did was around 38K, I think, which is not bad for not having any buffs. All right, let's go ahead and see where we're at. Okay, so see the tail right there? That's where you want to go, wherever the tail is. And we see there's a spriggan in the way. So let's go ahead, come up, cloak, run behind, and smash. Loving it. Let's see. Yeah, let's get this while we're here. I can't help myself. I do this everywhere I go. So it's around here somewhere. Okay, so I don't see it yet. So you'll notice my cooldown timer has ended. So let me do it again to find out if I'm going in the right direction. Collectible's not ready yet. Oh, there it is. Okay, so it's over here somewhere. Oh, let's see here. I gotta be getting close to the end of the area. Yep, I think I'm out of the area. Let me try this again. Okay, still pointing over here, I guess. So let's keep rocking. Wow. Nope, there it is. So the first thing you do is check around you to make sure there's no animals, because they will interrupt this. So this does not do like a new instance of anything and protect you. You want to make sure nothing can smash you while you're doing the excavating. That's something else I didn't notice from the videos that I've seen on YouTube. And I got hammered a couple times because I didn't know that. All right, so you'll notice now we got a new thing here. We got smoke. Those smoke areas, if you hit them with the spade all the way down, it'll actually explode the area and more than likely blow up the antique. So you kind of want to stay away from those, but the trowel can be used to neutralize them. But I'm not going to worry about them right quick. I'm going to click around, hopefully find a green, orange. Hopefully the green is not anywhere near these. So you can see, oh, there it is. Look at that. And I only got one click left. Okay, so it's obviously going to be here on this side. Now here's what you'll notice. This is a lot deeper down, and I'm going to use a lot more turns, which is where I want to use the trowel. But I got to be careful where I use it, because if I damage it, then it's no good. So I'm going to hit once, twice, 3 times a lady, 4, 5. Wow. Okay, so I know it's at least 5 in that area, the top area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my trowel out, and I'm going to hit it. Oh, missed having to hit it. But you see how it took me down quite a few layers with just one hit? That saved me a lot of clicks. Now, I would have to actually do it again, but I kind of feel that I'll damage it, because I think it gets thinner as it goes through. I've done this multiple times where it actually, no, look at that. Doggone it. Yeah, this definitely I won't hit with the trowel because it will damage it. Yeah, we don't want to do that. Okay, this next one I'm going to, oh crap. There we go. This one here, I'm going to try the trowel. Yes, nice. So I didn't damage it, which is cool. And as you get down to the very bottom of it, sometimes it's a lot less dirt, but you can see I'm already used up almost all of my turn. So to find additional items, it's going to be difficult. And on top of that, these other stone like this one here is different than this. So therefore, if I use my shovel, you see that right there, where this is actually a different, I would have to go ahead and get rid of these layers and that layer to get a full 6, let's see, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 9 cube layer. So it's a little bit more difficult doing these. I'll go ahead and knock these away. And what the heck, we'll just go ahead and smash what I can. Okay, nothing there. So again, we'll go ahead and grab this one, and then try to smash it again. And this one, and try to smash it again. Oh, look at that. Got me a treasure. Loving it. Bonus item. So maybe there's one right next to it. Let's see. Nope. Okay. So that is how you do the pink ones. Pink, purple, whatever color they are. Now, when you click it, it'll just say it's being studied overnight or some garbage like that, but just hit A. So you'll notice under inventory, under supplies, that it was actually a furnishing, I think. Let's see. I believe it was a furnishing. Where would that be under furnishings? Yep. So that is what I actually got there. I did not get something that I can sell for 5,000, but there are some that I've got that were treasures, and this one in particular is just a furnishing. And so pretty cool stuff though, and I can preview it, see what it is. Oh, that's kind of cool. Throw that in the house and good stuff. Anyways, hopefully that helps teach you about this scrying and all that jazz. And I should have knocked away quite a few of my Endeavor. Yep, look at that. Pretty good. Doing pretty good. I got a week to do that, or actually 4 more days according to that, to get my Endeavor stuff. But anyways, that is scrying and Excavating in ESO. I haven't done the gold yet, so I don't know what lies ahead for me for that. But it does take a long time bumping these skills up. Oops, actually I went up a skill right there. Look at that. So I did go up a skill in excavation. So that means I have some extra points I can put in. So let's see. The trowel removes 3 layers of dirt from a 1x1 area. And the next rank removes 3 layers of dirt rock from one area and can safely trigger fissures. Oh, okay. So now I can trigger the fissures, those steam things. Okay, I didn't know what that was. So now with the trowel, I can actually disengage those and it won't do that. Oh, look at that. Keen-eye treasure chest. Nice. Look at that. Nice. So now the treasure chest will be easier to see when you're 20 meters or closer. I like that. And scrying, I don't know what I did. Oh, look at that. I only have to do a few more and I'll be up to the next level of scrying, which will then let me do the master difficulty. And I don't know what they have after that, but I heard that there's some pretty cool treasures when you get up into this level where there's what they call mythic armor, I think, and mythic weapons, which are supposed to be pretty advanced in the game. So pretty awesome. I'm hoping that I can get to that. So I'm going to knock a few more of these out and see if I can get this leveled up and get cracking. So until next time, I'll do another video on my stand blade, my sweet, awesome Shadow Death Dagger, and kind of tell you what I use for that, because it's not meta for sure. And so if you follow any Alicast or any of those other ones, it has nothing to do with any of theirs. It's almost like complete opposite, actually. And it does pretty well for me. I can usually get around with some buffs. I can get around 45,000 damage, so with one hit. So it's pretty good. I like it for some solo stuff. I do a lot of PvE. I don't do a ton of PvP, so it's all good. So until next time, peace out, players.